Hi, I'm Gail and welcome back to lowcarbrecipe-ideas.com. Today we're going to make a delicious low-carb chicken breast with an orange glaze. It's got a little kick to it, it's something a little different. I've done another recipe that has some orange in it, but this one's a different one, and we're always looking for a variety with our chicken. So let's get started and I'll show you how to make it. This is a very quick and easy recipe, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make the sauce. So I've got 6 tablespoons of orange marmalade. Now I've used Smucker's, no sugar added. It's a nice brand. I do like it myself. And there's 5 grams of carbs per tablespoon. I'm sorry, it took me a while to look at that. Anyhow, that's kind of like 30 grams of carbs right there, but you got to remember you divide it by 4 and everything else, and it's still a good recipe and you're going to enjoy it. So that's Smucker's that I used. And then I'm using 3 tablespoons of peptizer. Now you can use different products. You might have trouble finding this one. I picked it because I do like it, and it is just a variety of peppers and celery and everything that is mixed together, and it's got a little bit of a kick to it, but it's only 1 net carb per tablespoon, so it just gives a little extra into the recipe, which I quite like. And then I've got 1 tablespoon of tamara. Now tamara, it's organic. I like using this product because it is organic. I try and use organic, but sometimes it's just hard and gets very expensive. But this is a substitute for soy sauce, and it's quite nice. So if you're interested in that, you can find that in any grocery store, probably in the organic aisle. Then I've got 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar and 2 teaspoons of crushed garlic. And I have 2 teaspoons of chopped up ginger. So with the ginger, you buy it in a piece, you take it and you peel off the outer edge, and then I just chopped it up. You could shred it, but I find it hard to shred because it goes kind of stringy. It's a little furry when you feel the edge there. But I just chop it up with a little knife, and it works quite well, and it just gives it that extra flavor. And then I have 1 teaspoon of sesame seeds. So we'll just put them in there. You could put in the toasted sesame seeds, but I just have the regular sesame seeds in here. And we're just going to mix this all up. And then when we've got it mixed, I'm going to set it aside. And then we're going to get our chicken ready to be cooking in the frying pan or the skillet. So I'm just going to set that aside, and I'm going to bring over my 4 chicken breasts. Now here's my favorite spice, herbamare. It's also organic, and there's 0 carbs in it also, but it's just a great combination of spices. If you don't have this, you can just use salt and pepper. So I've just put my herbamare in a shaker here, and I'm just going to shake it on both sides. And I'm not going to give you measurements. It's just, you know, I'm sure you've salt and peppered many pieces of meat or on your food, and you kind of know what you'd like. So I'm just going to flip them over and do the other side, and then we're going to put it in the skillet. Another trick that I do also is, we have Costco here in Canada. I buy a big box of frozen chicken breasts, and I thaw them, and then I wash them, pat them down with paper towel, and I use that quite often instead of looking for fresh chicken breasts all the time. This particular one that they have at the grocery at Costco is absolutely delicious. It's tender. I really like it. It tells you not to thaw it out, but I thaw it out and I cook it right away, so I can't see there being an issue with that. So let's get it in the skillet and get started. So I've got my skillet on the stove. I don't have it steaming hot just yet, so I'm just going to set my chicken breasts in here. Now this skillet that I have, it's made by Wool. It's a Germany company. It's WOLL, and their products are amazing. I've talked about them a couple of times on my videos, and if you go online you can find them and you can order them online also. But I don't use the grease or whatever, or oils, to do my cooking with, because nothing sticks on this frying pan. It's so amazing. So if you have a regular frying pan, I suggest you put in, you know, a tablespoon of coconut oil or your olive oil, something along that line to start cooking your chicken, whereas I'm just going to start it without. So we're going to cook this about, once it gets going, about 4 minutes on each side. We're going to flip it over. So it's been cooking for about 4 minutes on the one side, so I'm going to flip them over and cook them for about 4 minutes on the other side. And then we'll be able to add our great sauce. Now I'm going to turn the heat down to medium-low, kind of a medium heat, so it still bubbles. And I'm going to take my sauce and I'm going to put it in with the chicken. And we're going to cover it and let it simmer for about 10 minutes. Get my lid over here. Okay, so we'll put the timer on for 10 minutes. So it's been approximately 5 minutes. I'm just going to take the lid off and stir it around a little bit, maybe flip it over so that we can get some of the sauce going right through the whole chicken breast. And we will, oh, it stopped boiling when I took the lid off. We will turn it up just a little bit, and I'm going to let it cook for another 5 minutes. And I'm going to put the lid back on for probably about 3 minutes, and then I'll take it off after for the last 2 minutes. Now I've just taken the lid off and I've turned it up a little bit, and I'm just going to let it cook a little more so that the sauce thickens up somewhat. So we'll work on that, and then we will have a great chicken for our meal. I think it was approximately 5 minutes that I turned it up a bit. I could have taken the chicken out itself and just thickened up the sauce, but I didn't. But that is definitely something you can do, because if you don't want to overcook your chicken, that might be happening. So anyway, this is it. It's ready to be served. Now I'm all ready for our meal, but we're going to sample it just to give you an idea as to how tasteful it is. Oh my goodness, I had a little taste before I cut another piece, and oh, it is delicious. You're really going to like this one, I'm sure you will. And the carb count is quite reasonable. If you go to lowcarbrecipe.com, you will be able to see this recipe and see my other recipes. So tonight we're going to have this low-carb chicken breast with an orange glaze or an orange sauce with a broccoli salad is what we're going to have tonight, which is a great combination. So check out my blog. I have cookbooks on the side. Guilt-Free Desserts is an amazing recipe book. These cookbooks that I have on the side are what kind of helps me keep my blog running, because most of it I'm doing it on my own, and it's expensive preparing the foods and stuff. So I'm really hoping you'll support me and put comments on my site and help me so that I can keep on going and making all these recipes. So you take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.